Every teacher begins as a learner, shaped by their own experiences, guided by their hopes for the next generation. But what does it really mean to teach in today's world?
I wanted to make this film to show that the problems in the education world don't overcome the passion that teachers have for teaching.
I wanted to record this movie because I want to know what future educators think about the landscape they're going to traverse in the future.
As a future educator, I wanted to see what my peers thought about education in a democratic society.
I wanted to make this film because I strive to be the best possible teacher for my students in the future.
As an early childhood education major, I wanted to make this film to explore the other vital roles and connections early childhood majors make.
Who am I here with?
Faith.
And what is your major?
I'm an early childhood education major.
What does teaching mean to you?
To me, teaching means being able to help connect and help students benefit in the future.
According to edsource.org, long-standing issues such as low pay, low morale, and unruly students and parents, many remain dedicated to ensure children across the state continue to have opportunities for learning in safe environments. How do you plan to be the best teacher you possibly can be despite these problems?
By not caring about those issues, they are big issues in our education system, but I'm there to help the students, help educate them, and be there for them. The pay, the parents, they aren't a part of why I want to be a teacher, the students are.
According to NSHSS.org, many educators feel an initial spark of inspiration and an undeniable pull toward the teaching profession as they're starting out in their career. Why did you choose to become an educator?
I chose to become an educator because I had a lot of good elementary school teachers and high school teachers that helped me out through various situations in my life, and I want to be able to be that teacher for other students.
In this climate, discussion of controversial issues in classrooms seems more fraught than ever, and teachers are understandably fearful to engage. But exploring political questions from multiple perspectives is a cornerstone of democratic education. What role do you think teachers play in a democratic society?
A role I think teachers play in a democratic society is to let kids be able to speak freely, have their own opinions, not be judged, and not feel judged for what they want to believe in.
Do current issues worry you about the future of teaching?
Yes, they do.
And what are ways to combat these issues to make a safe learning environment?
We can combat these issues by being open with students and parents about problems happening. We want a well-rounded classroom full of honesty.
Despite these current issues, you still want to become an educator?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because these issues are scary, but I feel like it is important to keep students educated.
Hello, I'm here with Lily Stewart,
Hi, I'm an integrated language arts education major.
and today I'm going to be asking her a few questions regarding preparing students for college and citizenship. So the first question is, how can teachers prepare students for life beyond school, for college, and for participating in a democratic society?
Well, I think it's really important that teachers of all subjects integrate real-world issues that revolve around democracy or finances or like general college stuff into their lessons. Like as an English teacher, I definitely want to discuss how like the books we're reading and things we're learning about relate to real-world practices. So
Yeah, awesome answer. So from graduateprogram.org, they state the most important contribution teachers can make in the promoting college and career readiness among their students is to adapt to an approach that focuses on the big picture as opposed to the microism of the classroom. For example, an algebra teacher should not be offended if a student dislikes their content area. They should assist the student in learning in the content required for a passing grade, but so also assist in directing the student toward a career for which he or she is best suited. Ultimately, teachers play a critical role as a part of the village it takes to achieve college and career readiness for all students. So with that, how do you feel you think you plan to be like a better teacher for your future students?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, there are a lot of students that don't like English class at all. And that's understandable. Not everyone has to like it. But I want to give everyone the resources to succeed in my class and give them the best support I can. Showing them my content area that I'm teaching, while also like pulling out their strengths and encouraging them to try other things as well.
Yes, awesome answer. Well, thank you for answering my questions.
Of course.
According to NEA.org, educators should encourage their own pre-K through 12 students, as well as community members working in schools and non-teaching roles, to consider teaching as a career. How do you encourage students or others to consider teaching?
I share stories and things that I remember about how teachers and people in the school district were role models to me growing up, and just kind of express to them how important the positions are, and how you can be a role model and really have an impact on future generations by being a teacher.
According to gcu.edu, passion is contagious. When a teacher demonstrates excitement and enthusiasm for a subject, students can't help but be drawn to into the energy of the classroom. How do you show enthusiasm and excitement to draw your students in?
I think it sort of comes naturally just for the subject that I'm teaching. So I teach history, and so I'm passionate about that topic. So it kind of just comes off through my teaching, and having a lot of knowledge in the background and in the content area to where you can add stories and add things that relate to the students that are in the classroom. Just kind of make it more interesting. So, just having that general excitement about history and about my topic and content anyway, it kind of just comes out in the classroom.
Speaking to future educators, do you have any advice?
I've had a couple student teachers, and a lot of the advice that I give is make sure you have very good communication. I think it's very important to reach out to families and reach out to parents early on in the year and kind of introduce yourself and let them know, we're on the same team. We both want your child to be successful, and we both want what's best for them. So it's important to reach out and communicate early. That way, if you need to communicate for other reasons later on, it's not the first time they've ever heard from you. So communicating and building a positive relationship with parents and the students' families early on, I encourage that. And that was kind of something that we didn't really get, or wasn't really pointed out to us a lot whenever we were going through school. So that would be good advice I would give.
So what does teaching mean to us? It means believing in every student and believing that education can shape a better world for all. Teaching is more than a career. It is a commitment to possibility. Each lesson shapes not just knowledge, but compassion. Each classroom holds the power to strengthen democracy.
All in all, teaching in the K-12 public school system is about shaping kids to be the best versions of themselves through creativity, imagination, and responsibility. As future educators, we have the power to change the way that education is perceived. We can overcome issues such as controversial issues and also standardized testing to keep the peace when teaching and prepare students for the future outside of the classroom. The impact we have on our students is huge, so as long as we bring our best to the table, we can do great things for the future.
I drink my coffee with a sugar and some honey.